This is a digital story about confidence by Kelly Nguyen. We are living in this world where everything is easily accessed because they are freely available. Most of us have access to the basic needs such as water, air, food, and shelter. Some of us we want like new iPhones, new laptops, new shoes. However, what about those characteristics that define us, such as courage, kind, or optimistic? I believe those characteristics are more important than those digital devices. And above all those distinctive qualities, I strongly value the importance of confidence. I've always thought to myself, what would the world look like if there was no confidence in an individual? And the answer to that is very easy. I found out that everything won't be accomplished effectively and efficiently since everyone is just too shy to interact with one another. However, I'm not here to talk about how those future affect with jobs or stuff that adults have to deal with. I'm here to tell you about my personal story of how I've begun to treasure confidence. Ever since I was little, I have always been so proud of myself. I had good grades, good reputation with my teachers and friends, and a healthy body appearance. If you ever pass me in anywhere at school, you would most likely to recognize me as a leader of the group. However, everything changed when I moved school. At this new school, my leader streak in me totally disappeared. Kids my age were showing off their up-to-date iPhones or trendy shoes even when they just entered 5th grade. Thus, I became that introverted kid that was totally different from the old me, the one who was positive and confident. But I kept encouraging myself to keep my self-confidence. I worked really hard on school projects, followed every instructions from my teachers. In other words, I was that typical good student. Things just got worse when people started to dislike my self-assurance because they viewed it to be arrogance. They shamed me for not being cool enough like them because I don't have cool shoes or expensive-looking backpacks. People who were considered my real friends did not support me while people were dissing me. These periods of time were one of the hardest stages of my school life. I was afraid to join a conversation with my friends at lunch. I was afraid to raise my hand in class even though I knew the answer. I was afraid of everything because I knew that people would be watching every action that I would do so they could have things to judge or comment about. Every evening when I came home from school, I would go straight to my room or I would rarely socialize with my family even when dinner time was around. Of course, my parents noticed it right away. They asked me what was going on with school. At first, I was too ashamed to talk about it with my parents. I would often avoid their questions about school in general, and sometimes would even got mad when they were inquiring me too intensely. However, I obviously would get to my limit that one day when I broke down crying in front of my parents. I told everything about how people were not respecting me and considered me to be arrogant. My parents naturally comforted me like every parent would. They advised me to just be myself and people would eventually see the good in me. At first, it was hard for me to realize the good in my parents' advice, but throughout the course of a year, things got better. I left that group of friends that I considered to be my real friends to find other people that cherished me and deemed me honestly. It turned out to be that one of those new friends was one of my dearest friends from my old elementary school. She was there for me until today when hard times arose. She was the biggest encouragement who helped me to overcome my insecurities. As Jim Becher once said, there's nothing that makes you more insane than family, or more happy, or more exasperated, or more secure, which is, to me, is an extremely accurate quote. My family is where there may be chaos, screaming, throwing stuff, but there's most of the time a lot of laughter, caring, and living the moment together. Throughout the incident, I learned that my family is the only people who would stay with me forever, who would take care of me and continue to love me for who I am because they are my family. They treasure me as I do to them. So if anyone who ever gave me confidence, in this case will forever be my family, I owe to them a lot.
created using Powtoon.